Let's go. Welcome to the main event. Applying pressure, but I promise I ain't make a dent. In their heads, living free, I ain't paying rent. Wake up in the AM, making G's like Mercedes Benz. Whoa, yeah, please don't take offense. It isn't you, I'm just not.
This is the build guide for the Lancer. I've decided to try a different format. I took the ship apart ahead of time, and I color-coded the parts that are in different sections. So hopefully that makes it easier for everybody to understand what's going on. So let's get going. The entire cockpit section and all your essential equipment is going to be in this cyan color. I've got one wing already assembled. I'm going to assemble the other one so you can see how it's done. So basically, both sides are exactly the same. So I'm using the luxurious 1x1 companionway. You don't have to, you can use any 1x1 companionway. Just sometimes there's junk in the 1x1s and you just have to find one that's more empty. Alright, so once the companionway is there, let's get the windows on. This is what you're going to see out of, because this 1x1 is going to be inside the cockpit. In order to snap the cockpit onto it, we have to do this. Let me come down here. Take the window, and because the cockpit is a bottom entrance, it's the Kon-Tiki, I'm putting a window on the bottom of the habitat. And so now I can take the cockpit if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that yet. And we'll snap it onto that window. Going on the backside is our one-of-a-kind landing bay. It's just a door, sticks on the back. Saves a lot of space. Now from the X-wing, I've got the shield, because it's awesome. It's like 1900 or something, 9800. And then J-type Star Wars ship gives me this micro C-class reactor. Now the fuel tank from the N-1. And all I do is I take it and I put it in the spot where I want it. See how it's right there? I slide it over, press up. So it's like one space away. And then I highlight my ship with left bumper and press A. Press A one more time. And you've got the piece snapped onto the same spot as the other pieces. So let's get our N-1 cargo. Do the same thing. Press up, highlight, press A, press A. There you go. Let's do the hyperdrive, if I can grab it. There it is. N-1 hyperdrive. Very tiny. Sorry it's so small, it might be hard to see. Okay. And now we just do the docker on top. Avontech docker lets it work out without clashing with those parts that stick up because it goes so far. You see the circle up there? Anyways, there's the docker. Everything is assembled on the habitat. Last thing to do here is take your Kon-Tiki cockpit. Just put it there, highlight the ship with left bumper and press A. And there we go. We're down to just one error, which is unattached modules. But this is nominal, and you have your requirement filled for having a habitat. Alright, now the first thing we got to do, stick the engines on. Now I like to establish basically just the line already. So it's in sections. The back section is orange. The section forward of that is green, just so you can tell where those parts go. So this is a DarkStar engine. This is Avontech. Avontech, 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 and Avontech on this thing. That snaps on there on the engine. To make a better line, we just put this here. And to finish off the line on the underside, we snap that there. See that? Just nice little angles going into our arms. Now take the Avontech piece, and that just gives it a little bit of lighting. Highlight my ship, press A one more time. You can see that blue coming through there. Your landing gear snaps onto not the bottom of the ship, but you have to copy it and leave that landing gear there. Press up. And then push it inside. Uh-oh. Push it inside just a little. And press A. Now highlight your ship and press A. There we go. That's snapped on. And then delete the extra one down there. Now, last but not least, where even was this piece? Do I need it? Yeah, okay, I do need it. Right there. Okay. Moving on to the green section, starting with your Avontech small hull. Then we're just snapping stuff inside of this. But specifically, this weapon mount snaps onto this. on the small hull. Then the other gun in that set of 3, you can see how there's 3 of them there, that's going to go on the outside snap point here. So let's get these parts on. The cone, highlight the ship, press A, press A. Get the spike, press it, press A, and then highlight the ship, and press A twice. Then put your mount. Actually, before putting the mount, it's easier to take the Matilija guns. Oh, I had lights on the inside. Let me do this then. I can't exactly grab those lights. There we go. This is a new mod I got. I'm just trying these out. But yeah, you don't need these lights. That's extra, and that's really difficult to work with. Okay, so the guns go on the inside. See how they like line up perfectly there. Then this piece snaps there. This piece snaps there. That's a separate weapon group. That's my auto beams. And then this goes right there. We highlight our ship. We press A one more time, and we are nominal. Okay, and then the only difference is I painted the whole thing black. So you just take it and highlight the whole ship. And there it is, the UC Lancer. Let's take it into space. It's a pretty simple build, honestly. It's just a bunch of stuff in the arms to make it look spiky. And to make it look like it has like fancy electronics and futuristic tech. The inside, as you can see, was just that one luxurious habitat, which gives you the couches. I really like the couches. They're in the perfect position in this cockpit too, so I'm gonna go with that. But that's a paid mod. Not everybody wants to pay for mods. I'm just gonna fire off the weapons a little bit, show you what the inside looks like in space and stuff like that. So cockpit, we have full view. We've got Y is assigned to the big guns. Left trigger is the ballistics, and right triggers are particle beams. And then when you stand up from the chair, it automatically makes your character walk through that window and wall. So even though it seems like you might get stuck up there, you won't, because the animations push you through. So everything is still usable. The bay is usable. The docker is usable. The habitat is walkable. There's not stuff glitched into here. You could even put screens up here and make these seats look like they were being used for something. But yeah, this is one of my favorite combos. This 1x1 cockpit with the Kon-Tiki. Or the 1x1 habitat with the Kon-Tiki. But anyways, that's it for the build guide.